Hi, I'm Codi Gnoinsky, and this is my media share project. I did my ad on Jello, and the slogan is called Puddin Hour. And here it is. Alright, and some observations about the ad is that there's two people in the ad. They're both males. It's a dad and a son. The dad is dressed with an apron, and he's cleaning a glass. The son is dressed in a dress shirt and a loosened tie, and his hair's all messed up. He has a backpack on. There's a pen in his shirt pocket. His son, the son is probably like 5 or 6. The dad is probably in his mid 30s. The son's emotions is that he seems distressed and he's tired and relieved that school is over. The Jello pudding is located at the right-hand corner of the ad at the end of the commercial. The son is the right center of the frame, um, while the pudding is on the counter. Camera angle, it starts off as showing the whole kitchen. Then the camera angle changes to left to right, switching from the son to the dad as they talk. It's at eye level of the subject, which is the son and the dad, and it shows the pudding 3 times. Only 2 of the times are full center of the product at below eye level on the counter. The lighting is it's a natural light. It's coming in from the window above the sink from the outside. Um, and all the colors are casual, very homey. The product of the pudding, it's chocolate, so it sticks out. The end of the ad, it shows different colors of puddings, so it also makes that stick out. Um, the darker colors make it more obvious to see because they use white font. The text, it's at the end of the ad, it's Jello, and it's bold and it's white and it's all capitalized. While the smaller text, the slogan "Fun Things Up," it's also white, but it's not capitalized and it has a smaller font. Both of those are located in the center of the frame at the very end of the ad. The sound of the ad is the dad and the son are talking. Um, there's music at the end. It has a little jingle, but doesn't have any words. While the Jello ad or the Jello text appears. Some more observation is that the son had a long day at school. He's coming home pretending to be at the bar, and the Jello is the drink. The Jello pudding is the drink, and the dad is the bartender, and the son begins to tell about his first day of school as he was doing puzzles and blocks as if it was stressful and very long. Then he claims he's wrecked, and the dad is telling him that it'll be a better day tomorrow, and the kid then wants to. The kid then says that he can't believe he has to go back tomorrow, so he better make the Jello pudding a double. The product being sold is Jello pudding. The product isn't said the full name, but just pudding is said. The slogan is "Fun Things Up," and it's at the end of the ad. It implies the product throughout the ad, but it never says it. The son or the dad never says the actual Jello pudding. The purpose of the ad is um, it's the Jello pudding being sold, obviously, and the product is very appealing because having a cup of pudding after a long day can really make you feel better because it's really good. Um, in this specific ad, they are targeting children, but the product is for all ages. This ad is projecting the product through humor, so it makes the consumer laugh, and it's relatable to the situation. Yeah, it worked for me at least because it shows the product in a positive light, especially after a stressful day. Um, yes, I use the product. It is satisfying and it kind of does distract you from the everyday stress after having it. Kind of loosens things up a little bit. Assumptions and messages. There's the assumption that kids have tough days and that coming home to Jello pudding makes it livable. The assumptions aren't really realistic for kids. Might be for adults, although having a cup of pudding won't completely turn your life around. It might be a little pleasure of the day to relieve some stress, but it shouldn't be something you should revolve your stressful day around. This ad doesn't have any stereotypes. I think it's just a dad talking to his son. Um, there's no assumptions about race. There's no stereotypes. Um, there might be an assumption about class because they come home. The son comes home to a nice home, probably middle class or upper middle class, and it might be a stereotype towards lower class that they might not have a peaceful home to come home to and enjoy a cup of pudding, but it doesn't imply it. There also might be an assumption that there is a stereotype against gender that there's only males in the ad, so it might be a stereotype against women that they don't have as much as a stressful day or they can't go um, to the metaphor bar or at home to get some pudding to relieve their stress, but men can. Consequences to this ad is that it might upset people without sense of humor. Um, the the kids shouldn't be relying on pudding, especially since it's an unhealthy snack to lift their spirits. Treating an ad like an alcoholic beverage also might upset parents in giving children the wrong idea if the children happen to catch on. I don't think it creates any expectations for people to own up to. It might create an expectation to the fact that kids want a pudding cup waiting for them when they get home by their parents. It might give the impression that school's stressful and kids need to find unhealthy snacks to cope with the stress. This ad might be a little socially irresponsible for kids, being compared to adults, and pudding being compared to or implied as alcohol. Some questions. What was the kind of pudding that the son received? Was it vanilla, chocolate, or butterscotch? Does this ad have any specific stereotypes? Does it discriminate? Is there any prejudice? Is there any racial stereotypes? Or D, none of the above? The answers are obviously B, it was chocolate pudding, and D, there were no stereotypes. And that's my presentation.